Hey everybody, it's Lana. What's your generation? And I got somebody back that I haven't had in a while. So tonight we are going to go over manners through the generations. This is going to be a hoot.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
So grab you something to drink, kick back, relax, get you something to eat. Water, Dr. Pepper, shot of Jack, tequila, whatever
you like.
Whatever it is. And when we come back, we're going to be going over manners. All right, everybody, it's Lana. What's your generation? And Matt, he's back with me for one because I thought this would be a really fun one to do with somebody with me. This is going to be manners over the generations. Before we get started, what's your biggest pet peeve on manners?
Kids today don't have manners. They don't say please. They don't say thank you. They don't know how to, yes, ma'am, thank you, sir. It is something that me growing up was instilled by our parents. Manners go a long way.
I agree. I completely agree. Some of the 10 most annoying habits include behaviors such as chewing loudly, interrupting others. I'm terrible about interrupting. Absolutely terrible. Constant phone use irritates people. So just overall, everybody, the 10 most annoying habits: chewing loudly with your mouth open.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I was just eating just a little bit ago in here. Talking too loudly in public.
That happens a lot.
It does. People like me that don't hear very well, I do talk very loud. My voice carries. People in other counties hear me when I talk.
I've got a deep voice and it carries.
Yeah.
So it's, to me, that's, I don't consider that a bad thing.
It's people that do it on purpose,
Yeah.
I think. Poor hygiene. Nobody likes a stinky kid.
No.
Nope.
No.
Being late all the time. Oh, yeah.
Punctuality is my number one thing. Work, being on time for things, that is a big one with me.
Complaining non-stop. Nobody likes a negative Nancy. Nobody likes a Karen. Littering. Some people get really upset about littering. Constant phone use. As much as it annoys us, we're all guilty of it.
Yep.
There's many times I would preach at the kid about being on the phone, and I was on the phone.
Yep.
Preaching to the kid about being
all
on the phone.
Time.
Interrupting others. I have ADHD really bad. And I'm just like, can we get to the end of what you're saying? Or I have an idea while you're talking. And I'm like,
She does it all the time to me.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible. I do it to everybody. I do it at work.
I'm used to
it. Having no regard for personal space. I do not like somebody up in my space, whether it's the prior law enforcement. This is my space. Go back to the Dirty Dancing movie. This is my space. This is your space. Spreading gossip and talking behind people's back. I think we're all guilty of it, but I will say one thing. Anybody who knows this, anything I say, I will say to your face. Yeah. No worries about it. Other little things, slurpy, noisy eating, excessive perfume or cologne, leaving messes for others. Oh, that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
And oversharing personal problems. There's nothing I hate more than somebody that gripes about, well, why is everybody always talking about me? Well, why? We won't know if you don't share. We won't judge you if you don't share. Not everybody needs to know everything going on in your life.
Nope.
So we're going to start off with the silent generation's big manners. So they're big on maintaining order, avoiding trouble, and showing a lot of self-reliance. The big thing with the silent generation, and most of them are gone.
Yeah.
They would be in their 90s to 100s if they're still with us. But respecting authority. They are the generation of because I said so.
Yep.
And how many of you have hated when you said it and then you say it to your kids? Because I said so.
It's been passed down from one generation to the other.
Avoiding attention. Children are to be seen, not heard.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Not asking for help. They don't want to help.
No.
They don't want to burden anybody, so they'll just get through it with themselves or they'll do without. Downplaying problems. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. I shouldn't have said nothing. Working hard and quietly. This is one of the hardest working generations there was out there. There was nobody around but them to get things done.
Yeah,
and
they had to figure stuff out and move
so
on.
They also are the big generation that helped others on down.
Yeah.
Our parents are boomers. Well, the silent generation, they were the ones that were there for us the most. I mean, without a doubt, my grandparents were the best. So, moving right along. Hold on here. All right. Boomers. Addressing people by their titles. They are the ones that want ma'am,
Sir,
Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones. God forbid you. And they're like, I'm a Ms. But they are big about their titles. We look at ma'am and sir as outdated. I hear Gen Xers all the time. Don't call me ma'am.
Yeah.
Don't call me sir. By God. If you feel that you respect me enough to call me that, I'm not offended by that at all. No. I apologize right now for the people that are, but I'm not at all. Asking permission. Whether it's hand-holding, kissing, asking to go steady, society followed the old-fashioned etiquette. They were not very quick-moving. You know that what they call it, courting.
Yes, courting.
Before you ever went out on that first date, parents had to be asked permission
to court your daughter.
Yeah, yep. I mean it was a big deal. Times have changed a lot. Go ahead.
I remember back in high school, and girl I liked back in high school, her family was kind of old school, and that was the one thing she told me, that I'd have to go ask her dad permission to date her. And
from square one.
She was upfront with it. Very old school, very polite. And sure enough, I went and asked him, and he was okay with it. But there were ground rules.
But it was just the asking.
Yeah, the asking
having the
part.
respect to ask.
Yep.
This is a big one that I still think should be offering a seat to those around you.
Yes.
There's nothing that aggravates me more than seeing an elderly person standing.
Doctor's office, bus, it doesn't matter.
Get up and offer them that seat. Yep. I think that has been, I love to see a young kid, you just tell that they're raised right, get up and offer somebody a seat. Even it makes me feel a little elderly at times, but you know, a lot of times I'll just downplay it like, no, man, I've been driving.
It's just not the elderly. It's pregnant women.
Oh, yeah.
People with disabilities such as, or not a disability, but an injury.
Well, yeah, with disabilities, injuries. Yeah. Somebody has got 3 kids with them.
Yeah.
That's trying to wrangle their kids. For young men, especially people never blinked an eye when they rushed to get up and escorted an elderly woman to their seat on a bus. In fact, it was considered proper, and the men were expected to stand as women and children and elderly sat comfortably.
Yep.
Today, many women don't want men to hold the door open for them. They are claiming fully capable of doing it on their own. That's our Gen Xers for you. We will do it ourselves. Not a problem. Sending thank you notes. That was a big one. Somebody sends you a gift or a present or a party or a wedding shower. They expect those thank you notes. And I was really bad. When I graduated, I did not send thank you notes. I should have.
I was forced to send those out.
I did not do it. Now, because I felt the wrath, Maddie did hers. I had her do thank you notes.
It was a polite thing to do.
Offering to help without being told to.
There's a lack of that today.
And I do think that some people do offer to help, and then they're like, crap, you said yes.
Crap.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a big thing, whether it's carrying groceries. When we were in school, don't see this hardly anymore. I think we have one grocery store in town. I still don't know if they do Reese's that has carryouts.
Yeah.
We loved it.
Actually, I don't think Reese's has carryouts unless you request.
They used to. They used to, just before they bought to the big conglomerate that they went to. Mm-hmm. It was very well known. I mean, you see older person loading groceries to offer to help them. Now, they might be a little paranoid now because of people out there worrying about getting carjacked and everything, but they can offer to help change a tire.
Yep.
Stopping on the side of the road to help somebody. Making proper introductions. Now, however, this might seem obvious. I'm bad about it. I'll just start talking to somebody. He'll walk up and I'll start my like, by the way, this is Matt. I'm terrible about it. When people will get me too, they'll be like, and this is? Yeah. You know.
And part of that proper introduction with me, it's a firm handshake.
True.
If you're a guy, I don't want to be this
limp-handed.
Yeah,
but you know BS. What? I don't want somebody squeezing the shit out of my hand and it being a power struggle either.
Man, woman, there's a difference in proper handshake.
Not taking your shoes off in public. Oh. As soon as my feet get behind my desk, my shoes are gone.
Oh, no.
I hate shoes. Some people don't suffer through the pain. I don't know how. Some people really think that this is gross. And I've been weirded out before too. And people be staring at your feet and you think it's gross and they got a thing for feet. So that can go a lot of different ways really quick. So respecting the elderly. We hit on that. The one thing we got to remember, they've all been there and done that ahead of us. Mm-hmm. Whether you buy into what they're saying or not, listen to them, hear them out. They have a lot of wisdom and there's always something to take from it. Either that's not how you're going to do it or, hey, I never thought of that. So big things to be thinking of. Okay. All right, moving right along to Gen X's big manners. Respecting elders, making eye contact. I can't stand somebody. I'm hard of hearing. So when somebody has their back to me, turned to me, or talking to me, I can't hear you. And if I'm comfortable with you, then I'm going to say something. But he's really bad about walking away from me when he's talking to me. Yes, I'll be like, I can't hear you.
What'd you say?
Or he says, what are you saying? And then he answers my question before I can repeat what I say.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Offering to help strangers like we were talking about. Yeah. Especially neighbors. We are blessed with amazing neighbors.
Yes,
they watch our place when we're gone. They when they're going to be gone, they let us know. They let us know when something funky is going on. Phone call etiquette. People picking up without knowing who's calling, greeting and closing calls, and avoiding late night, early morning calls. In this phone age, is that really
Not really. I don't think so. Because some people just don't want to talk.
Well, don't get me wrong. I get a phone call 11 o'clock at night. It better be freaking important.
You better be dying.
It better be something big going on. Yeah. Or if you give me a heads up that you're going to be calling me at 11 o'clock at night. Because I'm going to be cranky. In-person interaction. Valuing face-to-face communication over digital shortcuts. Yeah. I hate Zoom meetings. It beats having to go there and leave the office and drive down there and drive back. But I am just not a
fan.
No.
No.
This one, Gen Z and millennials often reinterpret and drop the norms on respecting elders. It is a balance with setting boundaries respect as seen in a two-way.
Yeah.
So basically, the way I take that is you get what you give. I'm
The sad thing about that is they complain about not being respected all the time. Well, they're not respecting other people at the same time. They want the respect, but they don't want to give it.
yeah, they feel like they deserve it.
I deal with this a lot at work with this generation. They want the respect, but they don't know how to give it.
Okay. Most of the people I work with are really great. I end up with more respect issues out of boomers than I do Gen Z and millennials. They're not as big on eye contact. They're going to be looking at their phone when they're talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Helping strangers, a lot of them won't out of safety concerns. They'll videotape something going on, but they won't call 911.
They don't want to get involved.
Phone calls to Gen Z and millennials, a lot of them, they think it's rude if you don't precede it with a text letting them know you're going to call. Kind of a knock before entering kind of a thing. Digital etiquette is a lot more is accepted, than before. There's, I didn't feel like we really hit the millennials there.
No, they were.
They were just grouping them together.
Yeah, they were grouping them together.
Big takeaways from them when you big manners for Gen X was presence, respect, and community. For younger generations, manners are often context dependent and technology aware. Both share values like kindness and consideration, but the expression of those values are shifted toward times. They're big on mutual respect, clear communication, and situational awareness. So there's no hard set values or manners with them. It all depends on the situation. It all depends on the group that they're in. I don't know. I would say they don't have morals necessarily, but it's a little different. But millennials, they're born 81 to 86. Shared responsibility. They're big on splitting bills, taking turns hosting, rather than they're also big. X kind of got started getting into this, but millennials are really big. They don't think it's a big deal about going Dutch on a date.
No.
That way there's no commitment, there's no pressure. They tend to say hey instead of sir or madam.
Yeah.
Or my favorite, Mom! Mm-hmm. They prefer texting and messaging over phone calls, maybe less inclined to put devices away unless it's a deliberate choice, such as school, church, things like that.
Going to get in trouble for being on your phone at work.
Work, yeah. Less emphasis on ritualized gestures, such as tipping their hats, shaking hands. I don't know, though. All the millennials I know are handshakers. Now, I'm a little biased because of my oldest and my son. Girl and boy, both of them are very big on handshakes.
Eye contact.
My son-in-law and my daughter-in-law are very big on these things. We were raised in...
Part of this mannerisms and stuff goes back on how you raise your kids.
True.
If we teach our kids these manners growing up, they're going to be able to use these and moving forward when they're adults, young adults. And I see a lot of that with these, what is it, the Gen Zs?
Gen Z's, Maddie. And Taylor.
There's very few of them that I have personally seen that actually have manners because they're just not taught.
True.
Or you teach them and they just don't care.
They'll have manners around you, but then, well, we all know. We all act different away from our parents. So, but I will never forget. I thought next to youngest was the best manners, never had a potty mouth. One day I came across some of her texting and she cussed worse than I did, and I can cuss like a sailor. At that time I was in law enforcement, I cussed a lot, and she made me look like a priest, and I was like, holy crap. But when we're talking about how they were raised, that's one of the things that hits on social media influence, upbringing. Millennial good manners practice. They try putting away their devices. My oldest do that. My son and his wife, my grandson, is very limited. He does not have a phone. I know a lot of 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds that have phones.
Yeah.
No. He has limited TV time. They like to engage in polite conversations. They are really good about making eye contact, being gracious, using please and thank you. They are very good about that. They're still pretty good about follow-up notes, adapting etiquette to the context. They're formal and informal situations. They're casual with their friends. It depends on the interactions. Situation. So they're more of a context-aware etiquette on how they do things. I love my son-in-law, but he's a prime example. I've seen him go from a hell-raising tone storytelling. If there's somebody elderly in the room, you will never meet a more mannerly young man than him.
Yeah.
He has some of the best. My son is the same way. Of course, he don't really raise hell a whole lot, but he's by far one of the most polite people I've ever met. So mutual respect, adaptability. I've talked too much today. And situational awareness. Alrighty. Okay. Now for the little children. Gen Z. Redefining manners. Gen Z is blending old school respect with modern inclusive habits, making please and thank you cool again, and setting a new digital etiquette rules and rethinking outdated formalities. So they say.
I don't see that.
I don't either. No, not at all.
You know, that goes back.
There are some.
To earlier, my comment was that when we were talking about Gen X's, I thought we were talking about Gen Z's about having manners. The Gen Z generation today, very, very little.
So, I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, and I remember the first time this kid came to visit my brother, sagging pants. And I remember the first time that I thought, what a punk. He was like, I just got old.
Yeah.
Well,
guess what?
I won't say that they all are. I will not say. I know a lot of Gen Z. I think they're the older Gen Z, not the younger Gen Zs. Have some manners. A lot of it depends on, how they were raised, but the comeback of basic courtesies with them, despite stereotypes, many Gen Zers are reviving simple politeness. They're calling please and thank you magic words.
And using them
intentionally, even online, to show respect and soften interactions. This isn't about being prim or formal. It's about making people feel valued. So they're using please and thank you, but it's not because they respect. It's not out of respect for you and me. It's to make you feel valued. What was it the girl said at the restaurant? I love that for you.
Oh, yeah.
That raked all over my goals. Well, I love that you have that. I love that for you. Oh, I don't know why. Maybe it's the way she said it. Did not like that at all. Yes, she was. Bless her little heart. She almost got a bless your heart out of me. The new digital etiquette. Gen Z is rewriting online norms, including absent friends and group chats, avoiding ghosting, and asking before recording someone. Okay. They recognize that presence is now both physical and digital. And they're being intentional in how they communicate in tech-driven places. Well, then they're smarter than the rest of us. They have realized that it's going to be out there forever. Anybody can find it, and you can lose your job. Now, I don't think they realize necessarily some of the dangers with their online. We talk about this with the younger generations on giving out way too much. I mean, mentioned on many formats that I'm a pistol packing mama. Most of my kids are pistol packing, but the where you live, where you work, because most of these kids are going to crawl up in fetal position if something bad happens. They don't have good coping mechanisms. Maddie got a crash course with us in 3 years on coping. Her favorite phrase that I ever gave her was F it.
Yep.
You can't change it. You can't fix it. F it.
It's out of your control.
I always thought that she would hang on to when people show you who they are, believe them. Nope. She stuck with F it. That's her favorite. She uses it constantly, she said. Some Gen Zers reject certain old school manners, like small talk with strangers, handshakes, formal dress, seeing them as outdated, uncomfortable. This is partly due to the growing up online, valuing personal space, and prioritizing comfort over formality. I definitely see that. I can say that the ones I work with dress professional, but we're in an office, so, but I've seen some of them. Okay, Walmart, wearing pajamas at 3 a.m. in Walmart. I'm not saying I haven't done it when I'm sick, but they don't just do it at Walmart at 3 in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. It could be 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's crazy. In short, Gen Z manners are less about rigid rules and more about thoughtful, respectful, adaptive behavior. In today's world, a mix of old-fashioned respect and modern intensity. No. I think they're rude.
Yeah.
Where we live, people are very polite. They will hold a door for you. I love it when a younger one does it. I don't care if it makes me feel 80 or not. I love the fact when I'm going into Quick Trip and somebody holds the door for me. I don't get upset, but I definitely take notice when the younger ones, while I'm holding a door for somebody elderly or another woman, and they'll bebop right in behind them. And instead of taking the door like what a normal person would be. Now, our kids were raised with manners. Bless their hearts, they've got caught when we went to restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
They've gotten caught holding the door for quite a few people going in, and they didn't blink an eye. And everyone that said thank you, they were yes, sir, yes, ma'am. I mean, they were great. But I've seen it more often than not that I'll be holding the door for an elderly woman, and somebody younger will blow right in behind them. Not even a thank you, kiss my ass, nothing. So
it goes back to entitled.
Very entitled. But the boomers are very entitled too, because they feel like they deserve the yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Right.
Where some of the younger generations, wait for that banner to be taken off, the dogs just all took off. So what do you guys think? What are your pet peeves? What's your biggest problem with somebody with manners? I think the constant negativity is a big one for me. I try very, very hard. I worked a career where I was very negative for many, many, many years and didn't trust anybody, nothing. So somebody who's a constant negative, it's very hard for me because every day I wake up with a purpose that there's the dogs. I'm gonna.
That's all about.
It'll be fine. We'll be done here in just a second. I wake up and intentionally put on a happy face, and I'm going to have a good day today. I do my best, and if you're negative, I'm going to weasel my way right on away from you. I'm going to be polite about it, but I'm going to get away from you. Life is what you make it. There's, I didn't realize how positive I was being one day at work until somebody said, man, I tried to land it. I tried to see the silver lining and everything that was going on. I recently had an injury that stuck me at my desk for a while. And I tried to see, I'm getting a lot of work done. I'm not getting distracted. I can't get up and roam off, and so, yeah, I know, because I'm a roamer. I take my breaks. Yeah, I have I can't sit through a movie. I can't sit still. Squirrel. But, I was trying to see the positive, and I'm sitting here right now doing exactly what I shouldn't be doing with my legs crossed. But let us know what you think. What's your biggest pet peeves? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Because, let us know. I just did research, and a lot of it's research that I read, and a lot of it's my opinion too. So If you like what you see, hit like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. You gonna say it with me? If I can find my mouse. All right. You know it's coming. What's your generation?